Alright. Alright, I sent you an invite to my broadcast. If you feel like it, go ahead and subscribe to my YouTube channel while you're there. That is 100% up to you. I don't care. I don't post a lot. Most of my videos are fucking stupid. I've done some vlogs. I've done some Battlefield shit. I posted I posted some shit that were when Ark Survival Evolved first came out. Huh?
My CO is gonna kill me.
What do you mean? Oh, I don't know. Oh, Primitive? You mean Primitive Plus? No, this was before. The videos that are on there for Ark are before you could like rent out all your servers. Like, I was playing the PlayStation Beta. So, like, those videos are, I literally just hopped onto a random ass server because it was before you could even do local games. Like, for your own servers and stuff. Yeah, so, like, yeah.
My CO is gonna kill me.
Alright, are you... Oh, you're fine. I don't care listening to it in the background. I honestly don't give a shit. Alright, are you good? Can you see everything? Alright. So you're staring at me with this, fucking ugly motherfucker drawn down to the bottom left, and then there's questions and shit with the guy with holding the pencil. Only audio is being broadcast. Why is that happening? Settings. Fuck. Alright, now can you see it? And just told me you can. Oh, okay. I appreciate it.
My CO is gonna kill me.
You had a fist fight with Richard Bates over Mrs. Terrellson.
You met the guy? He's a creep. You should take a look at him for this.
He's pointing the finger directly at you, Jessup.
I only had one night before I was back in the tub. He had all the time in the world to look for some action. I belted him. I'd do it again. She was better off with me.
Sure. You're a shining example of chivalry, Jessup.
Yep, I'm writing out a little book. There should be 2 check marks up on the top right where it says questions. Yeah, so... Yeah, so... You have to ask these questions. Yep, there it goes. Yep, so you have to ask these questions. And you also can accuse, and you have to make a selection. So you have to pay attention to what you're actually talking about and whatnot.
My CO is gonna kill me.
And then you have to connect. If you're accusing, you have to connect it to one of these evidence items.
Where did you go after
crazy.
the Crystal Ballroom?
I think the wind had gone out of her sails by then. She caught a cab, and I caught a bus back to the base.
And so you also have to pay attention to his face. You see how he's freaking out? You have to decide whether to be a bad cop or a good cop, or accuse him. And so, if they're all looking around and stuff like that, it's a good idea to go with a bad,
We spoke to the cab driver. Tell us what really happened at the Crystal Ballroom.
I'd had enough. She was all upset about her husband bawling about her kids. She looked old. Left around closing, maybe 1:30. We got on a bus and she fell asleep on my shoulder.
Which bus?
An All-American 249. We went past her place. She jumped off, and I stayed on it downtown. After that, I caught another bus to San Pedro. The Indiana's down there. She's being scrapped.
And that was the last you saw of Teresa.
Yeah, that's right. We didn't say much. I think she was kind of embarrassed.
And so you can get questions that you can make a incorrect decision, and then you could also have to deal with not getting the right information, and it might help or hinder the case. So you might not get the right you might not get the right guy, and it'll
The cab
come
driver
back
said
on
that
you
you
in
were
the
getting
end.
pretty familiar with Teresa.
It's not how I'd put it.
So the last thing you wanted was her playing hard to get. Did that make you mad, sailor?
Yeah, it did. She knew what a guy's looking for. All broads do. Dancing comes second.
And what happened at the Crystal Ballroom?
Nothing. Not even a little hand relief. She had another couple of drinks. There was no fun left in her. Just poured her guts out to some bartender.
We're holding you till we can clear this with the driver.
Yeah, my CO said as much.
Can you put the guy in 2 in a cell and inform the commander?
Sure, Detective. Got a message for you. Sighting of your disfigured hobo on Grand between Temple and Sunset. And it looks like the beau has a record, too. He's wanted in connection with 2 female assault.
Thanks.
What now? Drive all the way to San Pedro and check his locker?
Let's see if the bus story checks out.
There's a depot at 1660 Beverly Boulevard. Three suspects in the can and one on the hoof. And still no hard evidence on any of them.
KGPL to car 11K. 11K, come in.
11K, go ahead.
Yeah, what's kind of cool is they're all like real world
11K,
cars
roger
in this
that.
game.
Plenty of time to get downtown, Cole.
It's possible. Have them bring him in.
KGPL, could we have Lars Terrelson picked up?
11K, roger.
Yeah, so I thought this game was pretty cool. It's just really kind of hard to hear over But yeah, when you go through certain sections of the level, you have to go and like find different clues and stuff, and inspect each clue. And so if you miss something, you might not have the right evidence to accuse somebody of doing something when you need to.
Just go easy, Phelps.
Oh yeah, I mean, graphics could probably be better, but I mean, in ways of action, I guess it's not as actiony as Rockstar games go. It's pretty mundane.
Running.
I mean, you occasionally get into shootouts, but like, it's really no big
Thank
deal.
you, ma'am. You have a safe trip now. Where are you boys headed today?
LAPD. We're after the driver of All-American 249. Would have been around midnight onwards last night.
Just a minute. Frank Zeffirelli. He's your man.
Where can we find him?
Frank is out on the 7-4.
Can you tell us the route?
Hang on. I should have it mapped out here somewhere.
We'll need to run the loop.
We're not going to drive the whole thing, are we?
Won't take long. We have a siren.
You're a real asshole. You know that?
Someone ought to take him home.
All-American 7-4.
Holy shit, the first waypoint in the entire fucking game. That red line on the minimap down there, that is the first waypoint I've had in this entire goddamn game. And I think I'm like, I don't know, check statistics. Let's see here. 9 hours and 12 minutes and 34 seconds into the damn game. This is the first waypoint. Well, I left my partner behind, so. Well, he was bitching. He's probably running behind me or some shit. He's got a. My partner has it, like the partners you get in this game, they have a weird AI, so like they're like super attracted to the car. So if nothing else, your partner is like bound to the car, and other than being super good at getting in and out of the car, it's pretty much the only thing they're good at doing. But yeah, you can definitely tell all the stereotypes and whatnot of the age, yeah. So like, oh yeah, I mean it's a really good base. I mean, the game is kind of corny in the sense that, like, you know, you don't really have to go out of your way to do stuff. I mean, the only real collectibles in the game are the different types of cars, and I don't really care myself. Because in any other car other than this one, you don't get the extra dispatch calls, and you don't get the leads on certain case investigations once you call in using one of the conveniently placed cop phones that are around the city of LA.
Just a scratch. Damn it!
Move!
You don't know how to drive. Not good.
There's some kind of problem, buddy?
LAPD, we're investigating a murder. You had a sailor and a woman in a green dress on your bus late last night?
That's correct.
And the woman got off first, around 2 a.m.?
Yeah, that's right. And the sailor stayed on all the way to downtown.
Can you tell us where you let the woman off?
On California Street. To tell you the truth, she looked a little lost, like she got off on the wrong stop or something. I didn't like dropping her off near that hobo camp.
You've been a big help, Mr. Zeffirelli.
So I suppose I should go pick my partner back up, since how I probably missed some interesting dialogue from these two. I mean, honestly, yeah, I know.
Officer needs help, 103 MD.
That's the bus we're looking for. Ease in behind her and get her to the side of the road.
So Sailor Boy escaped by the seat of his bell-bottom trousers. He left the broad alive.
Left her by the hobo camp.
Which means he's as good